Alright, I couldn't make up my mind how I wanted to do this video. I have a couple examples that I want to do it without going on and making the subject too long without getting to the point. But I'm going to use one example, how Jesus Christ, when he was telling a truth, okay, without being a Bible thumper, and a kind of hypocrisy. I'm leading up to a hypocrisy you see right about the privileged people that they're looking for bad etiquette and hygiene and different things like that and weird stuff, but you'll get gang stalkers that flaunt in your face that they don't have to follow the rule and you're a lesser person that can do it in front of you. But anyway, you guys that, without being a Bible thumper, remember the story of Jesus where all the Pharisees were attacking him because he was telling some truth. He was telling a lot of truth, right? So they started staring him down and looking at you, and he washed his hands here, and he didn't wash. And Jesus gave them hell, so to speak, and says, literally saying to them that they're trying to make rules standards higher just to make people walk on eggshells, But, people do that to each other, whether it's in a workplace bathroom or in some public place somewhere. But you get these privileged people that don't follow the rule. But anyway, this is dealing with subject matter. If you're somebody like me with a ponytail or somebody like you out there that talks about gang stalking videos, you ever see people, any kind of thing, and with this shit etiquette-wise, and you see all the time a list of stuff not going on. This is one of them things where there's a statement all the time that I used to use all the time, that I see shit. And you can be black and a person that's black, like I have friends that are both black and white, that you ever say to yourself a statement, somebody else so-and-so doing this, whether they're the same color as you or another color. Oh, if that were me, man, it'd people be all over my ass or whatever the hell. From when I was a teenager, I know anything from, a family member chastising you, but yet these other family members do shit right in front of them. It stems from all of that. And even from your school, it follows you college, even in workplaces. And yeah, using Jesus as the standard. And here's another metaphor that I wanted to get in here too real quick, is because of workplaces. I remember years ago, this was a bunch of years ago, in a place that I used to be working. And this is a good example. If any of you guys watched Howard Stern, and Howard Stern had a guy on there that he wished that he'd get the hell out. He wanted to pay him to leave. He says, what the hell I need you for? But anyway, there was a big argument, and Howard Stern was right about this. This one guy on there, he was telling him, I'm tired of you always clearing your throat or something. Why don't you go in the bathroom, blow your nose? And the guy kept arguing back with him, and he says, and it was, I think, for a good half an hour or longer. And Howard Stern says, why does this have to be a big argument with you or all that? So even Howard Stern was telling this one guy in there, but like you and me could get accused of arguing back too if we're not careful. But anyway, I was laughing at that. But then, yet you get these people out there that, for example, if that were me, people would be all over you, you know what I mean? How come you get these assholes right there if you're saying to yourself, oh, if that were me, man, they'd be... And this is like no accident. You got these people that are dressed better than you, and maybe they have some work going on in a public place, working for a church or whatever. And they're always clearing their throat or something and everything else, making noises. And they're dressed better than you too. And even you get some of them maybe are breathing, their nose whistling and everything. And you got our family members that'll do that too. And they may be strangers, they may not be, I don't know. It's judge for yourself, but you get these people in the public places, whether you use a Wi-Fi or any kind of place in like public libraries. Say if you're scheduled, you're not going to sit in your house all day and be on an internet, and maybe you don't use internet at home, it's always easier to go somewhere else. And post, whatever you're doing. But I got these people where they're sitting not too far from you, whether it's in a coffee shop, whether it's in any kind of public place you're using the computer, right? And man, they're Mr. or important, dressed all kind of way. They got some kind of work they're doing and everything, and they'll even literally stage, a friend of theirs coming to have a conversation to brag about what a person of God they are and everything else. And it's almost like, so somebody hears and little remarks about, oh, this is a bad culture. Almost like to drop a hint so people like you and me can hear it, like some kind of innuendo. And you're like, in your own mind might be, oh, fuck you. But these people, when they don't have somebody coming in and so that they can brag about their, so they can talk to each other and brag to everybody else in the room in public, talking to each other, use that. After their conversation with their buddy is gone, their buddy leave. You hear them all day. They're and you're going to get this all the time. You can use an example in a workplace. You've got this shit going on in a workplace. Some people that dress better than you in a different position at work do this shit. And they do it on purpose because, and you may have at the same time people watching you either in bathrooms or in there looking for every little sneeze or something, waiting to pounce for some kind of breach of etiquette you might do. But then you got these people doing shit right next to you. They're supposed to be more refined the way they dress it. God, Christian, man, all kind of different, whether they are or whether they're secular, more or less some kind of way, all dressed better. They're better than you. And you're a lesser person, and you get these people, they're literally, in so many ways, flaunting that they can go and do all kind of things, but then they know right away, if that were you, see, they're socially more advantaged than you, and they can get away with it. And sometimes, in workplaces, it's a whole other story, a whole other video. I can talk real long about it in the video because there's so many aspects of this as a workplace part of it. It's it's inside. It can be in a line at a Walmart. It can be places where you use Wi-Fi, public places. Workplaces, you got different levels of people socially that will do that shit, you know what I mean? And if you got chastised, right away you say something where you try to apologize and excuse yourself, you'd still get accused of arguing with them, and they're trying to tell you you're doing something bad with etiquette. But yet, they can do that, then yet they don't have to follow the rule. And they literally, with body language, okay, they'll flaunt it to you, and they have this look on their face, too. And there are some of these ones where, like I'm talking about in some public places, you don't know them personally. And you know why they're there. You got to wonder if in your mind they're waiting for you. You wonder to yourself what would happen if you say something or whatever. But if it were you and me in one of them public places going, because you and me ain't dressed some kind of a way, or man, somebody be coming right up, you know what I mean, and giving you hell, or saying, to excuse yourself or something. I mean, but if you try to point that out anywhere in some place, like to people that are more known, that do this on purpose, that know each other, you could say, oh, look at so-and-so. They cut you off right to pass, but so-and-so is allowed to do it. So-and-so chews tobacco and spits in front of people like we're in somewhere. And I seen somebody in a workplace a bunch of years ago, too. This guy's looking for wrong in other people's hygiene, how they're looking for shit, or watching to see who washes their hands in the bathroom, looking for every little way people sneeze. And then you see him, he's chews tobacco, he's using the water fountain, cleaning his mouth out, spitting, like as if it was like, you're in a sink, brushing your teeth, washing the tobacco out of his mouth with the water fountain. And people were standing there watching him do that and ain't saying nothing. But yet, if he goes and attacks other people for a thing, like a hygiene thing, they're all standing by him and all that. it's almost like a power thing that, oh, I can look what we can do. You know what I mean? And then a guy like us can talk about me or you and all that. Man, everybody's, you know, or you can be, oh, you're with a ponytail. You know, we could say this about you, and we can do it in front of you. And there was one of these peculiar things that was more recently, like with the last year, I worked for a place. You know, we're moving boxes, you know, off a conveyor belt, and a couple people next to me, they're all cool people and all, you know, and I'm arguing other kind of things with this guy on other things, you know, too. That he's, for some reason, he had it in for me and looking for, trying to preach some crap to me, talking about how he used to be a missionary. And he was, anyway, he was trying to start little arguments about me, or he was trying to bring up some kind of shit, and I was cutting him off with the pass. I didn't want to hear it. But anyway, right in front of all these other guys, you know what I mean, too. They were all nice people while we were having good conversations. This other guy, he literally wipes his nose with his hands and makes a hawking sound. Well, I guess, wipes the boogers, and he, I don't know, rednecky kind of guy in a beard, but yet he'd brag, I'm a missionary, I was this and that. And the other guys ain't adding enough to the conversation either. But yet he does this. And none of the other guys saying anything, but I figured if that were me, and if I wiped my nose and my hands and went like that, and I'm touching the fucking boxes, how many of them guys, even though they were nice to me or any other people, would say, why don't you go in the fucking bathroom, wash your hands out? You're going to touch them boxes, we're going to touch them. And I know right away, been in this experience, don't want to tell another story, where I tried to tell somebody politely, and everybody else chastised me about it. But if I did it, man, get the fuck in that bathroom. This is no accident. You can be, I don't know whether it's somebody don't, you can be a Christian the right way. You want to conscientiously object, and it could be compared to the Jesus thing. You know how they were attacking Jesus? And I'm sure in Jesus's day, if I go back to the Jesus thing, the ones that were attacking Jesus were probably walking around with these look on their face in front of Jesus, right? And do everything. Oh, look, we're the Pharisee. We got friends that stand by us, and, you know, we can just do this, you know what I mean? And I was actually in college once when I got unemployed. I had one of them better paying jobs. I pissed the money away. And you know these people are strangers, and they know of you, even though they don't know you personally. Oh, you were some hot, thought you were, you're just, you don't, they don't have to care about you because you're some person that's trying to go to college. No, we know that. But you were just some hot shit that had a ponytail. You had a bunch of money in your hand and lived across from a restaurant. You just whipped out money and ate anything you want. Maybe you didn't do drugs, but yeah, you had this ponytail and you proved us wrong. You walked around with a smirk on your face with money in your pocket. We don't gotta have no respect from you, so you were stared down in the college, right? And there just were these two people. I don't know if they were too old to be out of high school and college. They may have been a little younger than me or almost my age. Guy and a girl, right? And a dude, a mustache, short sleeve shirt. And there was this girl that was, you know, looked like she was a little, not out of high school, but too old to have this hairdo where she's trying to act like she was still like one of the snooty preppy girls. Her hair. I made a video about this. I should resurrect the video and redo it. I called this old video I made about these particular people. I called it Snooty and the Snot Snorter. Because, you know, a snooty girl, right? Or woman, and this dude, mustache, short sleeve shirt. I heard him behind me. I was trying to be nice and all that. I carry Kleenex because it was the time of year, you know, about the way it's getting now. Even I might soon, you know, have to carry something, right? Whip it out, wipe my nose, or have to blow my nose, or excuse myself, right? So he's going, oh, man, I mean, a long time, you know, a real long time. And I said, and there's a box of Kleenex right in the fucking teacher's desk. But I'm trying to do a polite thing, like even hey, off from a Kleenex. He refuses the Kleenex. And I turned back around. Oh, all right. I thought he was going to go back. And I kind of said something a little bit polite. I said, dude, you sure you don't want a Kleenex? I said, I mean, why do that? I mean, I kind of was, I don't know, I was in a weird mood because, when I'm trying to go to college, you know, stuff at home, my parents and different things, you know, different things when I had to deal with family members weren't always the greatest either, you know what I mean? Because I didn't live too far from them, put it that way. But anyway, anything outside of there, I'm like, you know, I was in the mood to hear that. So I tell him, dude, you know, I said a hint, a little bit sarcastic, I would go to the damn bathroom. The girl is like, gives me this eye and goes, you need to mind your fucking business. And she looked like she's too refined to even swear like we are. And I'm like, she gives me this dirty ass look with, you know, when you see somebody with a hair trying to be like a teenager and dressing prissy, makeup trying to, maybe she's almost in her 30s trying to have makeup and all that, looking like she's 15 or 16. And I see how this was right away. If I was snooting snot, if I was snorting snot the way this guy was, since I'm with the ponytail and I was someone that used to, you know, work some fancy or industrial job and walked around with money that somebody don't like, if me was actually snorting snot that way, the whole class would get the whole class's attention. I know right away. And that's why, even from when I was younger, and a lot of you guys, I don't even care if you're white or black watching, that there's a universal statement that if you watch gang stalking videos, you know you watch and do gang stalking videos because you see this fucking shit in the world. You see it, and I'm almost so bent on, you know, mocking them. I'm almost doing it while I'm talking now. But yeah, you see this shit, and you ever tell yourself all the time in your days before you were making these videos, always saying to yourself, oh, if that were me, man, people would be on my case. And then you have family members doing all kind of other shit too. Everything you see in the world, oh, if that were me, man, my ass would be right in the police station. Oh, if that were me, man, people would be ready to kick my ass, you know. You get the Mr. Well, anyway, this video was about the Mr. or Miss, the hygiene privilege, you know what I mean? But I wanted to use the Jesus as a metaphor. You know, I tried to make it this video several times, but this video, if you got this far, you can go on and on about a whole bunch of stories, and you can make a whole bunch of videos about this kind of subject matter alone. This aspect of, I wanted to class it as gang stalking because my thing is about gang stalking is hypocrisy. That I'm trying to get the shit that people are missing, the if that were me, not just like the whole world's out to get you, like it's a conspiracy theory. That there's shit that people deliberately do in front of your face that, hey, look what we can do. We have all kind of friends, and we can do it in front of our friends, the same shit. But if you do it, you'll get chastised and be told to excuse yourself. And, you know, you get people the best, they can snort, make all kind of noises. Just because, you know, they're better than that. Some of them act and dress, they're more civilized. They know fucking well, and it's almost like an innuendo, a look on your face that you're this lesser person. You can be black watching, whether it's a white guy doing this or somebody the same color as you, or you could be white watching this, people, you know, your color or nationality or other, you know what I mean? It could be the same race too as you, somebody dressed better and you're just the lesser person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That they don't even do it in the workplaces with the look on their face. You know, with this look on their, they'll do that shit, you know, make all kind of things with this look on their face and look at you, and then with this smirk on their face and literally show you the power that they can look for something in you, you know, in front of people, and everybody else, oh, yeah, we're your buddies, we'll stand by you, we can pull this shit, you know what I mean, too. And you could try to smartly defend yourself and all that, but the best way too is talk to yourself when you see other people doing it. Literally, you gotta live your life so you can't be accused, and God forbid you actually unwittingly break this, you know, rule.